So we are live leading for Deeper Learning at Deeper Learning New York. This is the Lunch Hour Rush podcast. I am here with Dana Brown. Thank you so much for taking a couple minutes out of your downtime to chat with us. So Dana, we're about a day and a half into Deeper Learning New York. Tell me a little bit about your experience, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. And then we'll go a little bit into kind of what you actually were brought here and offered to the conference.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yesterday you said something really important. You said when you choose to do leadership, you choose to not do other things.
Right.
And you named something that I've been living for decades.
Right.
And I also have a personal partner that's in leadership as well.
Right.
So yesterday I have this wonderful day at the conference. He has his day at work, and then I have a night job. So at 10 p.m. when I'm leaving my night job, I'm calling him. I'm like, something really inspiring happened at this conference that I want to tell you about. You're probably sleeping, so we can talk about it tomorrow. And at 5:30 in the morning, he calls me. So what happened that inspired you at the conference? And I love so much that voicemail got an immediate response, because a lot of times the voicemails are like, we need to talk about this, or there's a problem about this, or, so something really inspired me. And I told him about the musical performances.
Yeah.
And that was just so stunning to see such exceptional students brought together on this stage to really highlight their natural abilities, and the way that teacher brought that together into really what was beautiful music.
Yeah.
It just kicked off this event where I've been to probably 100 conferences, being 20 plus years into the career. I've never been to a conference before that has so fully integrated students, and students across a spectrum.
Yeah.
It's just been stunning to work side by side with students. Our student facilitator in our deep dive, Garrett, who's in the Small Engines program.
Oh, yes, I know Garrett.
He was right in there in our small groups. And the educators are Q&Aing with him. Well, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And it's like, we work with students every day. We want to have that experience.
Yeah. And I think, especially, in leadership conferences, so often, leaders get together and we do this work outside of the system, right? We're already steps removed from the classroom. And the intentionality behind that is... When we have students who are in community with us, it's centering that on just a consistent basis, and it keeps the lens pure, it keeps the intention pure, and helps us kind of avoid going to the other places which are real, right? Which is all of the stuff. So that's the why behind it, and really thinking about, as we move this conference forward, where else, how else, and how do we continue to grow that. So you're here at this conference twofold. You get to do some learning, but you also got to facilitate a deep dive. So what was the deep dive that you brought to Deeper Learning New York?
Yeah, so one of my values of my partnership with Ulster BOCES is the team here is consistently connecting me with other professionals who may not have the same educational background, but have something valuable to give to educators. So this year it was Peter Edward Quinn from the Northeast ADA, and Peter is a multimedia producer, and his organization, working out of Cornell in Ithaca, has produced these amazing animation videos to help our youngest learners learn about people with disabilities, exceptionalities. So we got to have a group of educators together to see, these are how you can use these videos. These are all the literacy strategies, which is my background, about how you bring this to classrooms, how you incorporate service animals, how you grow adaptive sports programs.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your company, how people get in touch with you, and again, I know some of that you just spoke about is embedded in that, but share with the listeners, if someone's interested in that work, what are the things that you do, how do you do it, and how do they get in touch with you?
Sure. So I am Dana Brown, Professional Learning Services. The best way to get in contact with me is through Victoria Sotero and Yaya at Ulster Bosse's. We have a very fluid partnership.
Awesome.
And one of the things, that the organization here is so focused on is service, my agency as well. So many times districts are looking for support beyond what a company can provide in a new literacy program, a new science of reading method. And that's where I come in. I'm able to go into the schools, sit in a room with teachers like a deep dive, and then when school's in session, walk right into that classroom, do that teaching with kids, and really have a true laboratory effect.
Awesome. Well, we have a couple of hours left. They're jam-packed. We'll end with our commissioner. I want to thank you so much for just taking a couple minutes to chat with me and sharing with the listeners. Have an awesome rest of the conference, and hopefully that this is the beginning of you being at Deeper Learning New York as we move forward.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.